Welcome to another episode of Living in Tahoe. Today we're at one of the nicest beaches in all of Lake Tahoe. We're at Sand Harbor. And it is December, but it's such a gorgeous day. I want to get a picture of the beach for you and show you what it's like, because in the summertime, this beach is packed. It's one of the nicest beaches, so it's where everybody comes. And you can see why. There's so much to do here. The water is gorgeous. We've got a little bit of a cove here. It's beautiful, fabulous views of the mountains behind me. And you don't get a wind here as you do in some of the lake. So it's semi-protected, probably one of the more protected areas of the lake. I really enjoy it. And I drive by here on my way to my office, and I just see the people out here every day having a great time with their big tents, and they have a great time. There are so many amenities here. There's a restaurant, a visitor center. In the wintertime, which is now, they're doing sleigh rides. In the summertime, they've got concessions. They've got glass bottom canoes. So you can actually paddle along, and the water in Lake Tahoe is so incredibly clear. You can see right down to the fish and the crayfish and everything, and the big boulders in there. It's a beautiful time out here in Sand Harbor, and this place is fantastic. So we just left the famous part of the beach where the Sand Harbor, the actual harbor is. Now we're gonna walk over to where their Shakespeare Festival takes place in the summertime. It's a great event. So during the week, it's Shakespeare, and the professional players come in. They do a great job. I'm gonna try and make sure I don't walk into the fences here. And they're really famous. Last year they did some really fun ones. They did like a kind of a medley together of some of the different plays, and they made it funny. And then on Monday nights, it's open for other people to come in. The Reno Philharmonic comes in, and they'll do some fun like pop night where they play pop music with a symphony style. Or one year they did, what was it, James Bond themed, I think. It was great. We've seen some awesome blues bands here. Last year there was like a Steely Dan, it's called Steelin' Dan, as a cover band, and they were incredible. So I highly recommend that. And I'm gonna keep walking, because one of the fun things about this event is you can come here and barbecue, or not barbecue, picnic. So you can bring your food if you want. You can bring in wine and cheeses and such, and just hang out as you're watching the show and have some food while you're here on the lake. And the lake is your backdrop. It's incredible. And the one night we were here, it was a full moon. So the moon was just coming right over there as we're watching this incredible performance. We had wine and charcuterie, and it was a very fun night, and the weather was beautiful. It was so comfortable out. So this is the stage. It's kind of a natural amphitheater with the sand, and obviously it's in its skeleton type stage now, but they have it set up very nicely. So there's chairs down at the bottom and tables, and then you can bring your own chair up the top, and it's like this, the farther away from the stage, the cheaper the seats are. And it's a great event to do in the summertime in Lake Tahoe. Obviously it's closed in winter, but it's still, coming to Sand Harbor is fantastic. I'm having a great time today. So this is another part of Sand Harbor. This is a very protected area. Kind of hard to get spots here sometimes because it is so crowded, but Incline Village in the background over there, and Crystal Bay. Now, if you live in Incline Village, you get passes to those 3 beaches that they have. So you don't have to come to Sand Harbor. They also have a boat launch there. If you live in Crystal Bay, you don't get access to these beaches. But if you live over on State Line, you're visiting wherever, you can come to this beach. It's fantastic, totally gorgeous here, and some really great history in Sand Harbor. So during the silver rush in Virginia City during the late 1800s, they had a high demand for wood, whether it's for building houses or shoring up the mines. They had a lot of demand for wood. And there was a lot of wood in the Tahoe Basin. And I don't know if you've ever been to Virginia City, but it's out in the desert, not a lot of lumber out there. So this was really nice. So what they would do is they would cut the logs off, put them in the lake, and the wind would blow them across over here to Sand Harbor. And then they would take the logs, and there was a little train that actually, it's kind of almost exactly where the East Shore Express, that trail goes now, used to be train tracks. And they had a little train that would take them over to Mill Creek in Incline Village. And there they would mill the lumber, hence the name Mill Creek. And then they developed these amazing systems to get the lumber over the hill or through the hill, whatever, different ways, down into Carson City, where they had another train track where they would take the lumber up to Virginia City, that famous train track from Carson to Virginia City. So it was amazing amount of creativity and resourcefulness to get this done, because they actually dug tunnels through the mountains. They had a big bull wheel, and they would take them up, then they would take them on a flume down over to Spooner, and then they dug a tunnel through the mountain, all these amazing resourceful things. It was pretty incredible. So this is the history of Sand Harbor. And before that, let me start at the very beginning. The Washoe Indians used to be here, and they enjoy the lake tremendously, obviously hunting and fishing and everything. And then during the lumber demand, Mr. Hobart Sr. developed the Sierra Nevada Lumber Company, and they logged this whole area. So he owned all the land here, and then he passed away, and his son had it, and then his son sold it to George Whittel, very famous guy in Lake Tahoe, because he donated so much stuff in Lake Tahoe, like Whittel High School and everything. So now he built the Thunderbird Lodge, a very famous place I highly recommend you check out. I've been there many times, it's beautiful. He was very eccentric, had some great times, some great stories. I saw a story on him the other day where he was actually owned this, and he would water ski right out of here. It was great. I saw a video of him from the 40s water skiing out of here, and with his boats and showgirls and everything. It was just a really fun story. Anyway, so a lot of history in Sand Harbor. The Nevada took the land from him. They paid him, but they went to court, took the land from him to make the state park. So very beautiful state park. I'm glad they did, because it's gorgeous. We all get to use it now. And next, I'm going to walk over and show you where the boat launch is. So if you have a boat and you want to get access to Lake Tahoe, this is a great place to launch your boat too. Another great aspect about Sand Harbor State Park is they have a group area, so you can reserve this area if you want to have a large party. They do weddings, obviously birthdays, big groups, whatever you need. You can reserve this spot. They've got a barbecue set up in there, so you can bring your food in, barbecue it, and have a great party here right on the beach. It's gorgeous. So you've got the main beach over there, you've got Rocky Point there, you've got this group area here, and then right next is going to be the boat launch. Let's go check it out. So getting here to Sand Harbor, we're on the east shore of Lake Tahoe. South Shore, State Line, Zephyr Cove, Glenbrook are all down there. Behind me is Incline Village in Crystal Bay, as I said earlier. So getting here in the summertime, like I said, it's packed. I drive by here at 8 o'clock in the morning, go to my office, and there's already a line to get in. Sometimes by 10 o'clock, it's already closed. So when the beach is full, all the parking spots are full, they close the park. So if you want to get here early. Last year, they did a test system for doing reservations for the weekends and during holidays. I don't know if they're going to do that yet. I haven't heard anything from the state parks, but keep an eye out for that, because that might make it easy so you don't have to get here at 7:30 in the morning to guarantee you get a spot in. If they do close during the day, they usually open the gates again at 3:30 in the afternoon. So if you don't get in early, you might be able to get in later in the afternoon in the summertime. Obviously, it's winter. Well, not quite winter, it's December. Not quite winter, almost winter. Pretty soon we're gonna have winter and snow, it's gonna be great. I love it in Tahoe. But we just drove right in, not a problem. I think there was probably 20 cars in the parking lot. So a beautiful place, small fees to get in, and this incredible view. It's fantastic. And somebody's out there kayaking right now. I bet they have some great views of the water because it's so clear and calm right now. It's amazing, I love it. Another way to get here, if you like, the East Shore Express, which is that beautiful trail. I did a video on that starts in Incline Village. It's a 3-mile trail right along the lake. It's incredibly gorgeous. I mean, you've got people that pay millions of dollars to be on the lake, and we've got this trail everybody can just walk along. It's great. So that dead ends right here at Sand Harbor, and there are plans for it to keep going around the lake, but right now it dead ends here at Sand Harbor. But a beautiful trail as well. But heads up, they don't take walk-ins, so you can't walk down that trail and get in the park in the summertime when it's full. Another great aspect about Sand Harbor is the Kokanee Bar Grill. So they've got a full bar in there and a grill, so you can have some snacks if you want to spend the whole day here. That's great. We've got outside dining, so you can sit out here and still take in the views of Lake Tahoe. A great addition to the state park. Another great aspect about Sand Harbor is they do have a visitor center and a little gift shop inside, so you want some souvenirs. And then the visitor center is high class. They spent some money doing this. It's gorgeous inside. They've got the whole story. I now gave you like a 1-minute story of how Sand Harbor was created and all that, but they've got the entire story there, dating all the way back to the Indians, all the way to present day. They've got examples of the flumes that they use, the box flume and the V flume. So really neat. Worth checking out if you want to get out of the sun for like 20 minutes during the beach season. Go in there and take that little tour. It's great. Another great aspect of Sand Harbor in the wintertime, and this is one of my favorite parts because I love horses, is you can do sleigh rides. And Chuck here who is this, Chuck?
I'm Chuck. I work for the Borges Sleigh and Carriage Ride in Tahoe. They've been doing it up here almost 59 years.
Oh my goodness. And who do we have here?
This is Montana. He's 8 years old. He's a Belgian draft horse.
And so Montana would be happy to give you a tour of Sand Harbor. Look at him, he's ready for treats. I love it. And how much does it cost for a sleigh ride?
It's $50 for a 50-minute ride.
Oh, nice.
$25 for the kids.
Okay. Is that beer you're feeding him? Awesome. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, Montana. You are a superstar. This is Duke. Hey, Duke. How long you been taking people around Sand Harbor, Duke?
We've been at it, what, 22 years?
Nice. So how many photo albums are you in, Duke? Thousands? Tens of thousands?
He's on all the brochures, all the pamphlets, that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Another great thing about Sand Harbor, they do have an electric vehicle charging station. So if you want to come hang out at the beach, or if you want to go to the grill and charge your car while you're doing that, it's a great spot to do it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video of State Park and beach, and you realize there's a lot more than just beach here. We've got so many fun things to do. In the summertime, they've got paddleboard rental, the glass bottom kayaks, so you can paddle out and see the lake. They have tours too. And then today we got to see the boat launch. We got to see the other beaches, the group area, the horses, the Kokanee Bar and Grill, and then the Shakespeare Festival stage. Check out these pictures, it's beautiful. Some great times we come every year to the Shakespeare Festival. It's fantastic. So Sand Harbor State Park, it's great. Takes a little bit of effort in the summertime to get here because you got to plan ahead because it does get filled up in the summertime. But it's worth it if you can get here. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.